Hello, my monstrosities. Hello once again. Today I bring to you my thoughts about Mecha Break, why I stopped playing, and some things that still worry me. Why am I doing this? Well, I saw this, and yeah, I'm late to the party. I know everybody got their video about it out and their stream about it out. But they also revealed their two newest mechs that should be coming in Season 2, and I see a problem continuing. That's that's why I'm really making this one. I'll, of course, questionnaire, try to get into that. But first, let's talk about why I stopped playing Mecha Break. Well, once I hit Grandmaster, it was not feasible to wait 15 to 20 minutes to get a game with people that should realistically still be silver. That sounds mean, and you could say I'm ass. That's fine. I don't care. Um, but they changed for whatever reason. There's rank protection for way too many ranks. That needs to stop at bronze. You should not be progressing past that if you don't know the game. So they also have to fill with a bunch of bots, and having a bunch of bots plus players that should not be at the rank that they're at um, really makes it a miserable experience after waiting 20 minutes for one game. And mind you, the bots are supposed to die off at about Grandmaster rate, if I remember correctly. But yeah, that's a pretty sucky combination of things. That's yeah. The next one that really upset me about Mecha Break is the balancing decisions. And if you look on my channel, you see that I talk about a bunch of games and their balance and their decisions. Some do it well, some not so well, right? Is that to say that I'm a game dev, so I know all the things? No, just yapping about how companies be fucking up, mainly, right? But truthfully, there are some things that are just straight up flabbergasting. In Mecha Break's case, it is nerfing a thing while buffing the counter. And if you're going to implement this rock, paper, scissors kind of way of having a team composition, you cannot make it so that the thing that you can't make it so that paper is extremely weak and then buff scissors that was doing like average. Like you can't do both of those. What do I mean? I'm famously referencing the fact that you nerf tanks but buff energy. So as a Skyraider main, we were chilling for or former Skyraider main for season 0 that is. We were chilling. People were like, "Yeah, Skyraider's okay, cool, whatever." It's actually one of the useful flyers. And then you nerf the tanks because they're quote unquote too tanky, and you go, what? But then you also buff like the energy weapons on like Skyraider, who's also supposed to focus the tanks. So now it just makes a lot of people feel bad. So of course the tanks don't want to play tank anymore. And we'll come back to that too. So if nobody wants to play tank, and it's because a Skyraider might be in the game, now it just seems like Skyraider's busted. When, like, for everybody else, nothing really happened to them. There's a bit more damage. But now, to play the game, you probably need tanks. Because you've designed it in a way that needs Tricera, Stego, or Welkin for most matches. And if nobody wants to play Tricera or Stego because now everything kills them, so they don't really feel like a tank too much, uh, and you only have Welkin to do the game, yeah, it gets to be pretty weird how you've done this. So, I saw that they released or they're releasing, I guess, these next two strikers. And I looked and I saw Makilia, whatever, uh, and was like, yeah, that could be nice. Another ultra heavy. And then I saw the trailer, and I'm not going to play it right now because I don't feel like fighting with copyright. I was like, wait, this ultra heavy moves to do their stuff. Oh no. So they're not going to be able to, like, be on the payload. Fuck. Okay. Then I saw this. Well, I actually saw this in reverse, but. And I saw Norn. I was like, oh, another sniping type of character. When the class in this game that famously does not help with you achieving your goal is snipers. Yay. And then, as you can see, there's a recommendation for Alphard. That also was a situation where I'm like, Flyers have the capacity to help, right? They're supposed to be able to be at the right place at the right time. But most of them, that's another thing where Skyraider is like, yeah, this one actually can help you disrupt the enemy from achieving the objective. Perfect. So when a Skyraider with a brain is operating the character, or the striker, excuse me, that's when it feels even worse because it's like, man, I can't pick up this key. Man, I can't dismantle this extractor. Man, my Welkin box is broken, so now my node is not getting captured. Or I can't capture the node. Man, I can't stand on the payload. Because you've designed a character that actually is good at disrupting that from happening. But then you look at the other flyers, it's like, fume, fume, I go fast. Oh, wait, I had to help with the objective? Oh, shucks. Guys, but let me tell you, can somebody please help me kill this striker across the map away from the node? Uh, this is really going to help us right now. You look at Aquila and Narukami. Narukami's supposed to be helping. No, they didn't do too much of that. That's another annoying thing for me. They had stealths to capture some things, didn't really utilize that. Made the bubble. That bubble is finicky to shit. Or they might have fixed that in season one later on after I stopped playing, so I'll leave it at that one. But Aquila, you're just up in the sky, usually not focusing on the person taking objective, just shooting who they can shoot and being annoying. And I'm just like, could you please help the objective? They are on the payload. It's free shots. Shoot them. But instead, they're shooting the Falcon that is shooting the fucking Elysianus that's somewhere. So, you don't need another long range character. And neither of these seem to be able to help with doing the objective in the game. And that's my biggest thing with this is that you haven't made strikers, mechs, characters, whatever, that help you play the game missions. It's Welkin or bust still. It's, hey, play these two, and you usually can't, well, you can sometimes get lucky and get away with one of them. But play these two heavy ultra heavies and stand here and hope that your team kills everybody else before they kill you while you push or defend you. And then there's still only two healers. This entire roster, it'd be pretty dope if I didn't get stuck in just here's Lumine, here's Panaka. Mind you, maybe my memory's foggy, maybe I am missing somebody. Thankfully, Tricera can kind of heal themselves, but again, feels like paper. You just ultra heavy paper. So it's like, I question that aspect of it, and I don't want them to stop designing these cool ass mechs. They do feel really cool to play. I will give them that. It feels really cool to play as these strikers and do things. but you can't live out that power fantasy because the objective is not conducive to what they're doing. Because you'll spawn back in on top of somebody's head, or you'll get spawned on. And while you're trying to capture the key, all right, fine. Now there's just a panther on my head. I don't know. So I guess those are my main gripes with Mecha Break. I would love to come back to play it. I would love to see the player base rise again so that it's worth my fucking time being in queue. I really would. But for now, and I will at least try to come back at season 2. I believe it's, yep, the 21st. So I will at least try on the 21st or about the 21st. I think I'm busy. We'll see. Um, we'll see. I'll try to play Mecha Break again because it is fun. It is a fun game. Well, the characters are fun to use. I take that back. Like, genuinely, for season 0, while I was playing Sky Raider, playing anything else in any other game, I was sitting there, I was like, man, this would be cooler if I was Sky Raider right now. I genuinely had that feeling and thought about recording a video about that, but it just sounded absurd. like I couldn't get it to sound better besides, but like, playing Sky Raider felt pretty good. And then, as we know, I went into hell for season 1. That sounds crazy. I went into hell. I started using hell for season 1. And hell felt pretty cool. Pretty nice. I actually could do some objectives too, defend things, help, capture. Perfect kit for me. But a lot of other people are not focused on the objective. And they still don't know the game. I got Grandmaster Triceras that don't know that their heal can go to teammates. Like, that shouldn't be happening, dude. You needed to learn that back in Silver. Or Gold, whatever. Should not be happening like that. So yeah, I would like to see Mecha Break have a resurgence from when it hired everybody and their mother except me to promote the game. I would like to see that time come back. But they really need to focus on the missions and the characters they're implementing to it. Like, where is my other Welkin that can help the team capture a point? Or a key? Or a node? Or a person in Team Deathmatch? Or in general? And you'd be like, wait, this thing captures? No. I don't mean physically capture somebody else. Well, I mean in Team Deathmatch I do, but like, my gosh. I I should be able to get the objective. Besides hoping that nobody sees the Serenith bouncing on it crazy style. Or using Welkin. Because the slightest touch and then the key is being stopped from being picked up and whatever. So you get what I'm saying at this point. I hope. I don't need to stretch this out any further, but Mecha Break, I'll try. I will try again. But if at the time I'm able to play, I'm waiting for 20, 30 minutes, I can't. I can't do that. Just to get into a game where nobody picks one of the mechs, or probably the one mech, Welkin, that needs to be played to win the game. Because not everybody wants to play Welkin. And there's not many good alternatives to a lot of that in the game mode. So, yeah. If you liked the video, like it. Got a comment for me, comment. And until next time, peace out, my monstrosities.